I had the absolute pleasure to go to Rennsport Reunion 7 for Porsche races. We do have a 67 912 Porsche, but I am not necessarily a Porsche person. But this weekend was so well put on. We camped, which was definitely the way to go. Even with it being cold and rainy, this was definitely the way to go. This is our camp setup. We did have 3 families on our campsite. I'm only showing you our stuff, but we were towards the back of it. We were in spot 135 in the Grand Prix area, and they are close together. You can see that we're right next to an RV in the spot next to us. There's our tent and our vehicle. We sleep on top as well. But it worked out, and all 3 families were able to fit on the site. We did bring a stroller, which was a very good call because it is a lot of walking. It is not necessarily made for kids. They do try to make it kid-friendly, but it is a challenge. One of the things they did for kids is on Friday night, there was a movie. It was Transformers. It was so fun. They had food. This was the food. This was free. It was complimentary. Corn dogs, soft pretzels, popcorn with like chocolate bark on top. It was so good. Such a treat. We had so much fun. I did not realize how much fun it would be. We went down to the main grandstands to watch, but this was our absolute favorite spot. We just parked some chairs by a fence. This is actually us at the main grandstands. It was nice, but we came back up here. This was our place. You can see all of these old cars. They ran them in different races. Some of these cars were pulled out of museums. Some haven't been driven since the 80s. It was so interesting. I almost want to watch stuff over and learn the history, like while listening to commentators, but we got so attached. The kids loved seeing all the different colors, and all of them were Porsches. There was also a tractor race, which was an absolute fan favorite, and the actual production of this weekend, they had all sorts of shuttles, and so it would take, they would shuttle you back and forth, which we learned a little too late because we were pushing a stroller up a hill in the rain on our first day, but they shuttle you back and forth, and they have volunteers, and obviously we tipped them because they all had charities that they were going for and accepting donations for, but there was a bunch of merch stands and different food options. We did bring food, and that on Saturday when it was really busy, we are so glad we brought food because the lines were so long and our kids were so hungry, and so we just shuttled back up, made food, and watched from this location, which was great. If anyone has the opportunity, this was near Monterey. I do not know where it is going to be next time. This only happens every 3 to 5 years, but if you are a Porsche person, if you know a Porsche person, the 2 families we were with are not Porsche people either, but they also had a great time. We had 5 little boys with us, and it was so fun. It was the camping, you're closer. Trying to stay in a hotel and get in and out of it would have been very challenging, but the Grand Prix campsite was great, and bringing food was great. Ear protectors for the kids, ear for the adults, but it was such a well put on weekend. Every detail was thought through, other than maybe having some more food options, but would highly recommend Rennsport Reunion. Next one will be Rennsport Reunion 8, and I really hope we're able to go. I hope it's on the West Coast again. See you on our next trip.